Yo, 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 yo. Good show tonight. Just gonna go through some things. So just bear with me. Getting set up here. I want to thank everybody for joining. Let's see. A couple of things I wanted to go over. Get situated real quick. Let's see. Let's see, just bear with me real quick. All right. I'm gonna start off by talking about a couple things. I want to start off by business first. This is something that I've just been thinking about in reference to just basketball business, just being in the business and being around people in the business. For me, I think it's very important me learning the ins and out of just the overall basketball business, from the ranking aspect of it to the tournament aspect of it, and all the way down to coaching. And it's very important. And what I learned through the years of doing basketball is just how, especially in our community, the support of each other is not there. And what I learned is just through my spiritual journey that in order for your business to succeed, you have to, lift somebody else's business up. And I think that's very important. And we fail to do that as a community. And we don't realize that's what capping us off from really getting to that next level. Is that in order for the universe to bless you or whatever you believe in, God, you have to be happy for somebody else's business, life. Jealousy, envy don't get you nowhere. It's a certain feeling that comes along with that. So I think it's very important to bless people's businesses. I never said anything bad about anybody's business. I believe that it's a certain feeling that we all kind of go through when you see somebody that succeed. You think about, wow, man, I want to be in that position, or I want to do something to that extent. But I tell you, man, harboring those bad feelings only hurt your business. It never helps your business. From me doing video all the way down to every single thing, all I did was ever help somebody. So I just want to start off with that, man, because I think in our communities it's very prevalent that we don't support each other like we should. And if we did, the magnitude and like the imprint that we can really make on the game, it's enough out here for everybody. And so I say it to say that, you got to start somewhere. Just don't be too envious of other people's business. Be happy for them and keep moving. All right. Now, my first question is social media killing kids' recruitment and how to fix it? All right. So for the most part, I think social media can hurt a kid's recruitment because they put everything on it except the stuff they should put on it. I understand like some of the basketball stuff should go on it, definitely, but when you put like your personal life stuff on it, it can affect you because these coaches, people look at this stuff and when they're doing their recruitment, they go through it and they see what type of person you is. They see if you got any bad stuff on there or What are you talking about? Your lingo, what are you like everything goes into that. So I think it's very important that when you're doing any type of social media, you put positive stuff on it. Put positive stuff on it. Brand yourself in a way where nothing on your social media but positive stuff. And that way you can get ahead of the curve. And so when you're faced with like somebody trying to recruit you, when they go on your page, they just see all basketball stuff. And I think that's very important because they don't need to see your personal stuff. You know, they should be able, back in the day before they had like social media, the only way they knew your personal stuff was coming into your house. So they come into your house and then that's how they find out your personal information. But now they find out your personal information based off what you post. So if you limit what you post or only post stuff to help your brand, which is yourself, they can't learn any personal information other than from you. So again, social media can hurt your recruitment. How do we fix it? Limit your social media posting. During your recruitment, limit your social media posting. If you're not a business, you don't need content every day. You don't need to put out something every day. I know a lot of y'all communicate through social media. Have a burner account. Have some other account that you want to do your personal stuff through. But to have your personal stuff on where it's your name and coaches can just type in your name and go to your page, then I think it's harmful if you got personal stuff on there because we don't know your political views. We don't know who you like, who you dislike, what type of food you like. But if you put that stuff on social media, we can find that stuff out real easily. So I think it's very important, very, very important to limit your social media post. So just want to start that off with, that's the first question that I have. All right, so the other day we talked about Jalen Green. And Jalen Green made a decision to go to the G League. So, but during the fact that we were talking about it, we never said anything about how much he was making for this. So I just learned this out, but he is making $400,000 to go to the G League. So that's close to $500,000 to go play in the G League for a year. So now you're seeing all these people that's going for the top high school athlete. The regular, I think the regular salary for the G League is probably like 50, 60, 70,000. But I think they're giving a kid that coming out of high school that has a big name, they're giving them anywhere from $300,000 to $500,000. And this is a big step, big, huge step in changing the scenery when it comes to basketball. I know another kid just announced today that he's going to the G League, and I guarantee his contract is similar. Isaiah Todd contract is similar. So the NBA is definitely trying to push the NCAA out of business because they're offering these top kids $400,000 straight out of high school just for 1 year, and then nobody have the rights to you, and you still have the opportunity to be drafted, which again is amazing, man. I mean, that's why these kids are making this decision to go to the G League, or you can go to college and they don't give you no money, and if you do take money, you're in a violation. You go to school maybe for half a year, if that. Do your classwork, and you're leaving and going to the NBA, so you don't attend classes after the break or after the basketball season because you're going to the NBA. And I think this hinders a lot of people. So you basically just going there for a semester or so just to get through. And I think the G League is a better option. I feel a certain way about school. I feel like you can educate yourself in so many different ways other than books and other things. But, whatever you want to be good at, you can educate yourself in. So I think that G League opening that $400,000, giving kids $400,000 a contract to come play in the G League is actually changing the game. And see, before I didn't know that his contract was $400,000. I thought it was like the regular, salary, which again is like 50, 60, maybe even $70,000. So again, that $400,000 changed the game. Really, 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 really changed the game. So I thought that was cool when I learned that. So then I get a text today from Jewel, and he was like, another G League player another high school player just went to the G League. So it didn't surprise me that happened. So yeah. All right, moving on. Do the high school you attend help or hurt your recruiting? That's a good one. So my opinion on that is yes, I think it does. It's a two-part answer for me. I think obviously if you go to a top-notch high school that already has the visibility, it'll definitely help your recruitment, especially if they have other kids that are getting recruited as well. Somebody comes in, they see you, it definitely helps your recruiting. And on the flip side of that, if you're playing at a school and you're the best player on that team and y'all may be winning 2-3 games, it can hurt you. You know what I mean? Because the visibility is not the same as going to the regionals or going to the state. The visibility is not the same. So I think it can help and hurt you. However, if you're that damn good, they're going to find you. You know what I'm saying? Like, for those who like exceptional and elite athlete, I think that no matter what high school you go to, they're going to find you. But again, that's the exception to the rule. But I think overall, the high school that you attend can help and hurt you when it comes to your recruitment. So I think it's always good to choose a school, especially going into it now. I think it's always good to choose a school that benefit you and do what you need to do. Now, I know it's against the rules currently, but hopefully they open it up one day where you'll be able to choose the school that you can go to and be able to help your overall recruitment, because I think that it does hurt and help the recruitment. All right. Who in the world is this? Hold on. Oh, Marshawn. By Marshawn, you came in and said Apon. I'm like, who the hell is my Apon?
I don't know why I be doing it.
Huh?
I said, I don't know why I be doing this. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, man. So, I don't know where everybody at. So I just started without him, man. Like, me, man, I'm a soldier, bro. I'm gonna do this thing dolo. You know what I mean? Like, but I just fill you into what I was talking about. So I started off, man, just talking about just black people in business, right? Like, we so quick to go help the white man real quick, right? In business. Like if a white man doing an event, it's like a good event, right? But if a black man doing an event, everybody want a discount, all this, right? So that's just how it is. It's just like that. And like, we don't support, like, for me, bro, like, I never once said anything bad about anybody's business. Because for me, it don't matter to me, because it's all about me and what I'm doing on my business. Like, I never, ever, can't nobody say, he said this bad about my business. Never. Because I think it's enough out here for everybody to succeed in business. And if we supported each other, it'll be a lot, man. But I don't think we support each other enough when it comes to, we're so quick to talk down on it, but we won't lift nobody up. And there's nobody out here, bro, that I didn't help, period. Because, I view it a little different. I just feel like whatever energy you have, like, there's no way that I can be blessed if I talk different about somebody else. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Like if I say, man, damn, I hope Marshawn don't make it, man. Like there's no way in the world that I could be blessed. Like it's a certain energy that goes with it. So in order for me to make it, I have to lift Marshawn up and say, Marshawn, you know what, man, you gonna make it, man. You good. You know what I'm saying? You gonna make it. And I think that naturally, just the energy from that just helps you out. So that's how I started it all. Just overall, man. But
that goes on so many different, like, I talk about this platform because this is what I'm very basketball. Like there's so many people that have so many negative things to say about my program or what I'm doing, but like what people tend to forget is, man, I got kids on my team that nobody wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody
right,
wanted these kids at one point. You know what I'm saying? But now it's, oh, you need to come play over here with us. He can't offer you the platform we offer. Blah 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 blah. We can get your kid recruited. Okay, I'm doing that too now. So like instead of somebody putting me to the side and saying, hey, look, bro, you know what I'm saying? Look, this is what you need to do. This I'm gonna give you the blueprint. Instead of me taking all these bumps and hits upside the head, nobody offered the paddle. You know what I'm saying? To pull you, hey, bro. All you gotta do is this, and everything this way. It took 3-4 years to get to this point.
right.
Yeah.
But what was it? So for you, what was, first of all, congratulations. You know what I'm saying? Because I think, a lot of people need to hear that a little more. So first of all, congratulations. Number two, coming from a different place and coming to, Georgia, right? So you didn't know a whole lot of people just coming, you know what I'm saying? How did you find yourself navigating through that and trying to build those relationships so they can support you?
Man, so you know how it goes, right? Basketball is a universal language in itself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I really just hit the ground running with basketball, you know what I'm saying? But for me, I started the basketball thing just to, my son really wanted to play. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't good enough to, go play on no top program or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So we just started from the ground, and every time I played somewhere, I, made conversations, network with people. But it wasn't not to sound like a jerk, but it wasn't the right people because I wasn't on the right platform. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So last is when it all really happened. You know what I'm saying? It was when everything happened. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, we were an independent program, but we had been beating a lot of these top programs. You know what I'm saying? Like not to see a lot of people like, man, who was that? Who are they? Who are they? And I started to get more calls and more advice to events that I didn't have to pay. Like, oh, hey, who event? It's $600, $500 playing their time. I'm like, damn, that's steep. You know what I'm saying? But then they call like, yo, we want you to come play. I'm like, all right, well, what's the entry fee now? You good? Just make sure all the boys is signed in, blah, blah, blah. Like that started to happen. I'm like, dang, this is what the other end of this spectrum looks like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Before, I was coughing up that 5, 6, whatever they was asking, I was getting. You know what I'm saying? So once I started to play on that platform, I got to meet Julian. I got to meet who you were. I got to know who you were. You know what I'm saying? I got to know Sean from On the Radar. Like, you get to meet all these people, but in order to meet them people, you got to go play on that platform, and they're going to tell you, like, the real ones. You know what I'm saying? You, Ju, and Sean. Like, I can honestly say, like, I remember when I first met you, he was like, man, you need to come play in some of my events. I'm like, I don't really know who was who. He's like, I'm Hoop Buster. And then that's when I ended up coming to Woodward Academy to play in that event at Woodward. You know what I'm saying? That was my first time coming. I'm like, bro, his events is solid. Like, he got some dope teams, good competition.
Right.
And so, like, the relationship started. And the same thing with Sean. You know what I'm saying? Sean, like, Marshawn, no matter what you do, bro, stay solid to your brand. You know what I'm saying? This is, like, all good feedback. This is what you need to do, playing these events, this, that, and the third. Like, nobody was giving me that, you know what I'm saying, prior to 8th grade. So, from 5th through 8th, we were just playing in whatever, beating whomever, winning by 30 and 40, but reality wasn't really playing nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it took away, them 3 years didn't really matter. It was that 4th year that mattered the most.
Right. And I think it's the grind and the natural process, man. But like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful about like who you rubbing elbows with, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know how you will because, it's like the shit you say, so I know you rock a certain way. Like, for me, I don't too much deal with fake people. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to deal with them. So like, I don't really rub elbow with too many people. But like,
Right.
and people think I act a certain way, man. I'm just about my money, man. I'm 40 years old, man. Like, the shit that most people do for free, I don't do for free. I gotta have a little money for it. You know what I'm saying? So like, it ain't that personal. It's just business. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It should never be personal.
at the end of the day, it business. But like, I just think about like all this stuff that people got going on, and it's like, man, you don't take the support. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, why somebody shouldn't support Marshawn, and then why somebody shouldn't support Sean, why somebody shouldn't support Julian. But the problem is it did, man. People start acting like women, bro. Like, and it pisses me off sometimes. But at the same time, you remember we talked about it, and I told you this. I say you might have to expect what's the name not shaking their hand. And see me, I expect certain shit. Like I expect, cause I know niggas like bitches. I know like they like hoes. So like it's like, so I expect certain things. I expect nigga to talk behind a nigga back. I expect that shit. Like, because I don't been around niggas so long, man. Like, and only ways you get successful is already knowing that this shit gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like you gotta know it gonna happen. So Marshall, ain't nobody gonna give you shit, man. Like, you won't have to take it.
No.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's what I've been doing.
Norcross, he gotta go out here and take it, man. They ain't finna give you nothing, boy. They gonna make it harder for you, cause you independent for anybody.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you, like, so what I had to do at Heat Check, man, I had to make it a me against us against the world type mentality, man. You know what I mean? Like, for your team, it's like, man, them niggas don't like us, they don't care about us. We don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it was. And so I think you gonna have to do the same thing. Like, man, listen, everybody we play, we busting their ass. Ain't no friend, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? We busting their ass. So, man, like, I really appreciate what you doing, because I think you still doing it on the independent level. Now, let me ask you this. So you got kids that played for you for how long?
3 to 4 years.
3 to 4 years, right? And you got a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So your best interest is your kid, right?
Absolutely.
Right. So if given a situation where your kid recruitment can be changed by making a decision, do you make that decision?
In all honesty, bro, like I just feel like I trust what I do.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I trust what I do, and I believe I've built relationships with college coaches enough to where I can separate dad from the coaching side. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always gonna make sure my son got his ducks in a row. Yes, bro, you gotta have a 3.8 or a 4.0 GPA. Anything under that is unacceptable.
Right.
You gotta make yourself more attractive. You have to be the most attractive kid on the team. Reason being, because I'm gonna hold you to that standard. Like, you're my son, you're the coach's kid. It's tough being a coach's kid. It's like being a preacher's kid.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when it's time for you to line yourself up with the kids that are elite or the kids that's good, you gotta stay on your own team and handle your business. I'm not gonna hold your hand and try to, change something up just to work in your benefit.
Right.
Make yourself the man, bro. I'm gonna give you all the tools in the motherfucking shed, bro. I'm gonna give you all the tools. What you do with them tools is totally up to you. Like, that's one thing, like, I pride myself on. I don't get my son don't get no hand. He don't get the cut corners. He don't get none of that.
Good.
So anything y'all see on social media outlets, I'm never asking for no favor. You know what I'm saying? I might send some clips like, yo, check my kid out. And so check these kids. I might see you 3 or 4 kids. You know what I'm saying? And if you like, man, bro, I really like that guard, then that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want him to get no handouts. Reason being, a lot of that, I watch kids, dads do the whole daddy ball thing, and then when they get to high school and daddy not around, that kid don't play. He don't understand coming out the game.
They struggle. They struggle.
Yeah, they struggle every time. You know what I'm saying? But if you came and watched us play, you wouldn't even know I had a son on that team. You know what I'm saying? And so after the game is all like, boy, good game, boy, I love you. You know what I'm saying? You would see how we interact. But during that game, bro, I get on him, I get on everybody else. You would never know the difference.
Wow.
Like, it's people that say that, like, man, I would never know your son. I'm like, yeah, that's my kid. You know what I'm saying? But like, I handle him the same way I handle everybody else. But when we leave from games or practices, that dad and coach thing, it's a fine line for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I'm dad, bro. When I'm coach, I'm coach. You know what I'm saying?
And that's dope.
Like,
that's dope.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I pride myself on that. That's why, like, any type of, media love he get, bro, it hit me here because it's like, man, I ain't had nothing to do with that, bro. That's all you. Like, that's legit all you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I created the platform and you hit the ground running. You know what I'm saying? And never look back. Because he was the kid. Like, if you go back and look on our Instagram, bro, my son didn't get no love. Like, 6th, 7th grade, even half of 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just wasn't the kid we was talking about. But we played in big events and he always showed up.
Good.
Making big shots, making all the right reads, playing basketball the right way with the IQ. Then we started doing the camps. Because again, like I said, nobody told me about this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we started going to camps. I paid the money for whatever camps. And he went to the camps and did the same thing. Then write-up started happening. Then it kind of like a snowball effect. But yeah, bro, like, I pride myself on being, a dad that don't give him no handouts and don't, you know what I'm saying, never take my foot off his neck. Like, you don't get no chances to make the same mistake 2 or 3 times.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Like, some kids can play through that. You don't get to play through that because you're going to be scrutinized for every little thing. So you really got to down there try to play, flawless here. If you make a mistake, you got to make 2 great, awesome plays after that. You know what I'm saying? But that's the type of conversations we've had. And if you see him play, you'll be able to see that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to get scrutinized being a coach's kid.
Right.
Like, none of my parents have ever came to me like, oh, you do daddy ball. Nobody. And all these years I coach, nobody has done that.
Wow. Yeah, so the reason why I asked is that, okay, so you got Norcross Heat, man, and like, here's the thing, and because I was dealt with a dilemma where, but I didn't have a kid on the team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I was able to make a bold decision just based off my relationship with the players. But every year, this how it works. Every year you might lose 1 or 2 players, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how it works. It's like every year you're gonna lose 1 or 2. You might gain 1 or 2. But you might have a couple core that stay, but your kid is your main priority, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, given a situation, let's just say hypothetically speaking, the Stars came to you and say, "Look, we like Marshawn. Just hear me out.
Listen.
We like Marshawn. We want to put him over here with LeBron. Now, I ain't gonna say LeBron. That's somebody in high school. We want to put him over here with just a 4 good high school player. We think he'd start and get that visibility that he deserved.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, you got a program.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do? Being that your kid is the number 1 priority.
Honestly, I've been offered this situation. And I'm gonna answer it honestly. It's a great idea, but the man I am and what I stand on, how can I preach loyalty to the guys on my team if I allow my son to leave and go run with somebody else?
Preach it.
Man, like, I don't play that. Like, I'm big on loyalty. Like, we call ourselves the mob. You know what I'm saying? Like, OTF, only the family. I can't preach those acronyms if I allow my son to go play with somebody else for quote unquote extra exposure. Like, no, bro. I'm gonna see y'all when I see y'all. So y'all got the exposure, right? So when I see you, there's no smoke. It's strictly business when I see you. You know what I'm saying? Since you say you got the platform, cool. When we go play in the tournament, hey, yo, Jerome, line us up with the Stars, bro. You know what I'm saying? They got the biggest clout in the city and the country. We want to play them. We're going to lose a draw. I want to play them first. I'm talking about out the gate. You know what I'm saying? Because you got the platform, so to speak.
Right.
So I would never sacrifice who I am. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not teaching my son nothing like that.
Right. But and the reason why I asked you was a trick question.
Mm-hmm.
It's a trick question because a lot of people do. And when they do, what happens is you no longer have control. So your son did well because you was able to control the surroundings. When motherfucker made a bad pass or didn't pass him the ball when he was wide open, you was able to get on him, and vice versa for every teammate. Now you're not able to say nothing when you see bad basketball and you see them isolating your son out and you see them not giving you a ball. So it's just overall it's a trick question because you got control and you can teach kids the right way and you can make sure that people are passing the ball like they supposed to. So I just wanted to kind of throw that out there because this happens all the time. And I don't think people truly understand, like, it's more power in loyalty and staying where you at and building up something. Yeah, you might have to go get a piece. You see what I'm saying? But I wouldn't throw that kid away. I just say, look, man, you're going to have to play because this dude coming in ready to play. You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? I think you can build something. And I did it. This is why I'm telling you, I did it. And, like, I ain't want to go nowhere. 8 kids went Division I. And so I know it can be done. So that's why I asked you that, because a lot of people, they give they independent up to go play with a shoe program so they can get more recognition, when honestly, you only can marry one woman. You only can go to one school.
Yep.
So if you can get an offer from Norcross Heat, and it's a good offer, you know what I'm saying?
Let me chime in on something. I just want to give a shout out to Cal Jones. He's a freshman. He just got an offer from Virginia Tech. You know what I'm saying? Running with Norcross Heat. You know what I'm saying? We set that up. We made that happen. Not a shoe team, an independent team, ACC school.
Now, is Cal Jones the same guy that be with Double Trouble?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I don't know who that is. Cal go to Creekside High School, man. At one point he was like number 7 or number 8 in the country. You know what I'm saying? But then he started dealing with growing pains, couldn't jump, knees was hurting him real bad, and he just kind of like, you know what I'm saying, kind of fell out. People just fell out the scene with him. But then he came back. He was playing with the Stars. You know what I'm saying? And his knees was messing up some more. So his dad was like, man, they're not really letting him play. And he called me, and I'm like, yo, I told him what I could do for him. And, you know, he came, jumped on board, and just kind of went from there like, what up, Jeff? Jeff know Cal, too. Like, he jumped on board, and, you know, of course, Cal knees started to feel a little better. And, man, he just kind of hit the ground running, you know what I'm saying? But he's super athletic, you know what I'm saying, 6'3", you know what I mean? Can really play, shoot the ball. He's a dog. He's a dog.
And he played for your 2014?
2023.
2023, I gotta check him out.
Yeah.
What high school he go to?
He go to Creekside.
Okay, Cal Jones. Yeah, I you know, and the thing about it, Marshawn, see, I go and I check. I looked at your page and I seen that the Virginia Tech offer, and I seen you know, a couple guys had North Georgia, and that, and so I say that to say, man, like, an offer is an offer. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And like, as long as you creating that type of buzz, why the hell go anywhere? You know what I mean?
Right.
You might have to you know, get a little better, you know, just saying, like I said, personnel wise, you know what I'm saying? But like, overall, there's no point for you to go anywhere.
I agree.
Because you already getting the look that you know you deserve. Now, and then Marshawn, did he make that list for Sean, the freshman list?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good too. And Sean
Him and my son made it.
Who?
Him and my son made that list from Sean, the all freshman team.
Yeah.
Yep, him and my son made it.
That's
you know
dope.
what I'm saying? You know, I asked him debates, but I couldn't even argue with Sean. Like, man, all your kids can't make that list. I said, I understand, but you know, they all, like, any kid that played with me, they played varsity, and they all produce. Like, all of them produce. Like, I had that kind of complex you had. Y'all gotta play varsity, bro. Like, y'all have to.
You have
to. That was like my mindset last year. You know what I'm saying? Transitioning for them in high school. Like, bro, y'all gotta make y'all varsity team.
Right.
Do secure. You can ask a question, bro. Like, you got to do that. You know what I'm saying? They all did. They all, like, 90% of my team played varsity. And, you know, some of them didn't start, but they all played. So they all got that experience, you know what I'm saying? But to see, like, the work that's been put in, the body of work, like, getting Cal and the grind that we put in, like, I told him and his dad when he came to play with me, bro, you're going to get everything that you feel you lost, you're going to get it back. You know what I'm saying? Because we play everybody. You know what I'm saying? At that point, we had transitioned from being the independent team to being that independent team. You know what I'm saying? So we had just emerged and just hit the ground running. Cal came, and it just all worked out. You know what I'm saying? And his product is what it was. Like, we didn't have to do too much marketing for him. Like, when we went out and played, that's what it was. I just constantly just like put the content on my Instagram page, because at the end of the day, I follow a lot of people, and they follow us too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let y'all know that Butler, Missouri, North Florida, all these people I contacted that are interested in my boys, you know what I'm saying? But no handouts, no favors. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is all from the dirt, from the ground, and we built it up ourselves. So whenever you see them boys, and, you know, a lot of these coaches then try to recruit them in their inbox and all, and they'll tell you, man, we OCF, we the mob, you know what I'm saying? I'm good where I'm at. your kid can come play with us though. Like that's how they are. Like they even send kids after them, and they be like, "No, you come play with us though." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they love what they built. This is I'm just the head of the snake. They're the body. You know what I'm saying? So the body of work that they put together to create it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ride until the wheels fall off. I tell everybody.
Now I think I seen y'all play last year at Holy Innocent. You know what I'm saying? In that back gym. Y'all was in that back gym. And like I seen I seen you a couple times, and we talked and we got them just kick it, just kick the shit. You know what I mean? And that big, but you kept saying you need to come see him, man. Now I feel bad because I ain't goddamn seen him, and I know like based off what you telling me, I'm like, damn man, like I wish I would have seen this group. But I remember watching them play, and I knew they played well, but I didn't overall know like the players or whatever. Jeff, what about my boy? How he doing?
All right, man. He surprised me this year as far as what he could do, besides what we know he can do, which jump, run the flow.
Oh man,
shooting that ball pretty good this year.
Man, I love him, man.
8th grader, how he was shooting this year, he shot that ball pretty good, and he was playing on the wing a little bit too. So coach don't want to put him down low, so that's a good thing.
That's a great thing. That's a great thing.
He just, of course, got to get stronger. We about to put some weight on him. By next season, he should gain about 10 pounds.
Now, Marshawn.
Jeff almost had Taj, man. Jeff took him from him.
For real. Todd, man. Todd be baller, man. I like Todd. Yeah, Todd.
He all right. Hope he gets some help.
Yeah, he gonna need that help though. He gonna need that help.
After this year, that team ain't gonna be that good. High school.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, we coming to Hart County, bro.
Hey, now, Marshawn, like honestly, bro, I don't know if you know this, but Meadow Creek, all the good kids came from Meadow Creek.
That's cool.
I'm saying all the good kids came from Meadow Creek. What I'm trying to tell you is, don't let people come in there and take them. Like you're gonna be surrounded about you gonna have the opportunity really to hone those kids. Because what happened is they go to Meadow Creek. And Meadow Creek though, and that's one of my questions coming up. Do a school determine like, do the high school you attend helps or hurt your recruiting? And the reason why I got that question is because of places like Meadow Creek, right? So Rashawn Hammond was at Meadow Creek.
So
JoJo Toppin was at Meadow Creek. His brother was at Meadow Creek. So like my point is they come in but they leave, right? So it's like that's the area, that's the good area where you want to, you know what I mean? Like those kids, if you can get to them early, now it's a AAU guy over there. You know what I mean? Before it was just, Stackhouse came in and did his thing, you know what I'm saying? And then now it's Norcross Heat. So now you can able hone those kids, take those kids in and so they won't be leaving. You know what I mean?
The biggest thing, man, that I've seen in years being at Meadow Creek was you lose a JoJo Toppin and a Rashawn Hammonds due to a coach's change. I think at those years it was a transition where a new coach was coming in, and always when you're in the unknown in that gray area, there's always time for wolves to come in,
right?
Because again, you don't know who your coach gonna be. They say, man, dog, you have no college contacts right now because you don't have a coach.
Right.
This is the time. And I've dealt with that. We've dealt with that this summer. You know what I mean? Like, not this summer, but like as soon as our season ended and we was in that limbo with transition for a new coach, oh man, you would be surprised how many people were calling and trying to get those kids to jump ship and calling me, trying to get me to jump ship and come coach at a different high school and offering me, X amount of dollars. But like I said, I'm loyal, bro. I went to Meadow Creek. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of sweat equity in that gym. You know what I'm saying? I played with Chris Allen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was a point guard. So I got a lot of equity in that program. So it's it's not just all about.
What I remember Meadow Creek when they had them twins, that the boy and the girl. Jocelyn, was it Jocelyn?
Jocelyn.
And
what's her brother's name?
they were twins.
Yeah. I know you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I can't remember the brother's name.
But he was good too. He was good as shit.
Yeah. He was good. He was real good. They both could play.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got a lot of blood and sweat and tears in the gym, and I was part of that first team to make it to the state playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like 2006. Like it's a lot of different things that I got loyal to that school. Like,
so do you think Chris Allen chose the wrong school?
I do. Like me and him talk all the time, and we even talked when he was deciding on his school. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, bro, like I know, that was both our dream schools. Like, I was a big Mateen Cleaves fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know if that's the right situation. Then, everything that happened transpired. He went to Iowa State and had a better year at 1 year at Iowa State and had a great year that year. You know what I'm saying? But like the biggest knock on him was what position does he play?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not a point guard, he's not a shooting guard, he's not a small forward. He's a bucket. He can score. Like, he can shoot the blood out the ball, he can jump, but he never really honed in at a position. So, but we still talk all the time, man. Like, he was kind of mad that I retired. Like, bro, you tripping? I'm like, nah, man, my time is up, bro. It's Keyshawn's turn. You don't have a kid. I do. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I had to make a decision, and I was cool with the decision I made. You know what I'm saying? Man, I definitely think Meadow Creek is a hot spot, man. And you get a lot of guys swooping in and trying to, convince kids to do something different and parents to do something different, like transfer. Like, we even got the kid, Kendall Campbell, the 6'8" forward. He just picked up an offer from Georgia Southern in Tulane. You know what I'm saying? And he was slept on. 15 years old, bro. 15, 6'8". You know what I'm saying? 15. But he gets busy. And, he went from being a nobody to a 3-star. You know what I'm saying? Like overnight. At Hoops Given, that's when it all happened. 247 Sports. You know what I'm saying? Stamped it. You know what I'm saying? But like, I tell people all the time, like, you can look at our record, and say, man, Meadow Creek wasn't that good. But you look at our roster and say, man, Meadow Creek was led by these. I think the score was Kendall Campbell with 17 points, 11 rebounds a game. And then the next leading score was Keyshawn Campbell with 9 points. That's a freshman. The next score was Dayton Richardson with 6 points, another freshman. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were led by 14 and 15-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be clear. We lost 9 games by under 6 or 7 points. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at it, you can say whatever you want to say. You know what I'm saying? You had like a 6'7" kid at Wardell Hendricks, rebounding crazy, super athletic. Like, we have the pieces. It's just immature. None of those guys have played varsity minutes. None of them. Like, Kendall Campbell at his last school, he probably played 7 minutes a game, 7-8 minutes a game, varsity. You know what I'm saying? If that. So when people make those comments, I always say, like, the record is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna wear that record like a man. I ain't gonna never be like, oh, this happened. No, bro. But we was led by 14 and 15-year-olds. Next year, let's see. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So with that being said, do you think that high school U10 help or hurt your recruiting?
I think it helps, man. It depends on what school you go to. Like, even I'm speaking on Meadow Creek because I know it well. Like, even though we didn't have a bunch of 5-stars, we still had 20 to 25 Division I schools pull up. You know what I'm saying? And want to see what we had. And even after they seen it, they still kept coming. That's how a lot of them young guys picked up interest early during that evaluation period. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's how that happened. You know what I mean? So I do think where you go to school is important. Like, you need to go to a school that has a history of producing quality players, because if not, college coaches really go off of that, in my opinion. Like, this school produces these type of kids, so we need to go see. But if you have a program where you don't, and you get on that stage, you get an opportunity to play like big events, and your kids out there perform, then your school now becomes the nuts and pop of recruitment.
Right. What about you, Jeff? You think the high school help or hurt your recruitment?
Only thing I can say is, I guess, like, the area. And if, like, let's say you're in a bad area, but let's say you like in South Georgia or whatever, and so your team probably don't make the playoffs like that. But you still playing very good travel ball. So I think it could benefit. Like the kid from Calhoun County, he at South Florida right now. Like a 6'7" kid. I think his name like Rashad Williams or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
He's at a high school. They went to state championship, lost to Wilco. He still ended up having like 12 Power 5 offers.
Dang.
He played with the Georgia Stars and had a real good summer. So I think it's more about you can have a bad high school team, but I'm saying as a what you do after high school kind of more matters. If you don't do nothing in your high school team bad, you might want to hang that up.
right.
Hey, I got a question in my lab. Somebody asked. It's a good question. How hard is it to have coached a kid since 3rd grade to 8th grade? Then you get a kid that comes in better than your loyal kids you had for years. Worst situation ever.
Yeah, I mean it's a bad situation, but it's worth a conversation. You know what I mean? Like I'm thinking about it as if it was my kid, right? And I'm sorry, but I'm honest. So if somebody come in and they better than my kid, you gotta sit your ass down, homie. You know what I mean? They do better than you. Like, you know what I mean? Not I ain't gonna say it like that, but I'm gonna sit him down and say, little bro, look, you gotta work out. You gotta do better because right now he's better than you. And it's nothing personal. It's just what it is. And if you want to play, like I'm gonna give you an example. So I had this guy AJ Cheeseman. He came to play with me 6th grade, and he couldn't get off the bench. Marshawn, when I tell you, this man couldn't get off the bench, and I had Obina playing in the post. I had Zach. This man couldn't even get off the bench. He stayed loyal. And he learned so much in that time frame. And he knew that he wasn't up to par, but he kept working. By the time he graduated, he had 6 Division I offers. Ended up going to D1, and then he only started 1 year for me. You know what I mean? Like, so he was on the bench, came in, started 1 year, and got 6 Division I offers, and now he just signed an agent and finna get ready to go overseas and play ball. So my point, huh?
What's your name again?
AJ Cheeseman. You know, he played with Duluth. I had him over there at Duluth. Then I had him come to Collins Hill here last year. He came to Collins Hill and played.
What number was he at Duluth? He was there around 2017?
Yeah, so 2016 was our last year.
Okay.
Yeah. So
he played deal with DeMarcus.
Yeah, he was with DeMarcus. He was on DeMarcus team, and that's what I'm saying. Like, we were so stacked. People don't know about AJ Cheeseman, who came off the bench that was deep on the bench, but he knew he had to work. I wasn't gonna give it to him. He had to take it, and we talked about that too, Marshawn. So if you loyal to a kid from 3rd to 6th grade, you gotta have that conversation, man. This kid is better right now. You gotta get better. You gotta get better. You know what I mean? I love you. We still can go to Pizza Hut after the game, but right now you got to get better, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't personal. This basketball. And like I told y'all before, if you got a problem with the person in front of you, beat them one-on-one. I put your head to head. You beat them one-on-one, you can have a position. If you can't beat them one-on-one, you parents, you need to sit down and let the man play. And I put you in when I put you in. Right, but that's just how it is. This is a good one too. Can a coach, high school, not even just high school, college, even AAU, sabotage your recruitment?
Say it again. Can a coach do what?
Can a coach sabotage your recruitment?
Yeah. I answer that first. He can't. Like, a coach can say anything, but the player would have to do something to make that coach sabotage it. But if you're a college coach wrong, you come to me, and I can just tell you, and this might even be true. I might just say, "Oh, that kid a bad kid. I don't know why you here for him."
Right.
You know, what I said, right?
Right.
Like, they can say it, but to me, you have to do something for the coach.
But what if leaving a school is enough for them to sabotage? So, what happened now is a lot of people are leaving their schools. So, like,
Transfer.
yeah, they transferring. So let's say, um, you know, he played at Meadow Creek, but then he transferred to Norcross. They called Meadow Creek just to get a little backing on him. Oh, I wouldn't touch that kid with a 10-foot pole, or whatever the situation may have you. Or they might be mad for any other reasons.
Yeah, they do that too.
Yeah, they do that. I think to answer that too is like they do that, but it's something that kid had. Sometimes you just get good kids that ain't did nothing. They just transfer for some more minutes. And I'm pretty sure that's the case. And you get a call from the coach. Coach will be like, "Oh yeah, he's a good kid. He just wasn't playing. He had to get better or something like that." But
I ain't talking about the ones that fight for minutes. I'm talking about the good ones. The coaches only get butt hurt when the good ones leave.
Good ones leave.
it ain't the kid that will fight for a minute. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the kid that fight for a minute. It's the good one that hurt the whole program when they leave. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, you talking about the stars?
Yeah, you know what I mean. But the stars not. The reason why I asked that is because I had a kid. And not just, it wasn't even just in college recruiting. We talking about a kid going to pro. And they call the college coach, and the college coaches go off about just all negative stuff. You know what I mean? But it hurt his overall, recruitment. And that's because him and the coach didn't get along. So, like, the reason why I'm asking is, like, it's important for players to build relationships with their coach.
I agree.
Like, it's important to build that relationship. It's important to go in his office by yourself sometimes, just sit down and ask coach how he's doing. And build that good rapport with him. Like, everything ain't got to be combative. And sometimes if you go in there and the coach can be having a bad day and you sit down, coach, how you doing? I just come in here to see how you was doing. He gonna remember that when that call come through. You see what I'm saying? When that call come through and they ask him about you, even if you done left the school, he still remember that. But I think it's important because coaches can affect your overall recruitment to build a relationship with your coach, man. Build a personal relationship with your coach outside of basketball because this guy holds the key to the next level. Even in the pros, man, they go back as far as middle school. So building those relationships as a player is very important. So what you think, Marshawn?
I think so too, man. Relationships are key in life in general. So why would it be anything different from playing the game of basketball? You know what I'm saying? You definitely want to build a good rapport with any coach you came in interaction with, because again, you never know how deep a college coach or a pro on the pro side, how deep they're willing to dig. You know what I mean? To see who you are as a player.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're not just gonna scratch the surface. 9 out of 10, they're not just scratching the surface. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be leery of that, man. Don't burn bridges. Learn to be coachable. Learn to take criticism. It's not never personal, fellas. It's basketball. This is a chance for you to learn and become a better athlete. So, coaches are there to do their job, and you need to let them do their job and, be respectful, because you never know. That might be the call that they make to give you that offer or not. That might be the straw that breaks the camel back.
Right.
I got a question in here too. Somebody asked, how do you have confidence in yourself if you come off the bench?
Confidence is something, it's called self-confidence, meaning that you got to have confidence in yourself. And it necessarily don't have nothing to do with basketball. It has to do with self-confidence, meaning you believing in yourself no matter what nobody's think about you, no matter what nobody said about you. It's about overall belief in yourself. It's self-confidence, meaning that I can't do it for you. Your coach can't do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. And the way you develop self-confidence is understanding that you belong. You know what I mean? You belong, like, bro, like God made all of us. And you got to understand who you are, who made you, what your capabilities are. And the only thing that can affect you and put you down is your thoughts. Only you can do that. A coach can't do that. Your dad and parents can't do that. The only person can have that to mess your future up and mess your basketball up is you by doubting yourself. So when you get an opportunity, you prepare yourself the best way you can and get that opportunity, you do the best you can.
Man, so for me, my thing about confidence is you got to trust the work that you put in. You know what I mean? No matter what the rotations are, like this might not be the game for you to start. You know what I mean? Or you might just bring something different coming off the bench. I always tell my players, man, starting, finishing, whatever opportunity you get in the game and affect the game. Simple. Get in the game and affect the game. It's not about who starts. You know, it's not about who finishes. It's about every kid that is playing, getting in the game and affecting the game. That'll solidify your playing time, whether you come off the bench or not. A coach is not going to keep giving you opportunities, and you get in the game and you don't bring nothing to the table. You have to affect the game. And he said it's self-confidence. You got to be confident who you are and the work that you put in. Like the body of work that you put in will give you the confidence that you need.
Yeah.
What you got to say about that?
Basically, kind of what y'all said, man. You can't just say, the question kind of hard to ask, like, how can I get confident? You got to have it in you. If you believe that you're supposed to be a starter, then you got confidence come off the bench, proving yourself that why you should be starting. But
and again, I think the key is you first gotta have accountability. And what I mean by that is saying stop blaming people. You know, like you can't blame nobody while you're on the bench. You gotta start with that first. Don't blame nobody while you're on the bench. Show somebody why you shouldn't be on the bench. Again, don't blame nobody while you on the bench. Show somebody why you don't need to be on the bench. That's totally different. So I think once you understand that it's nobody's fault but yours and what you can do to dig yourself out of this bench situation. I think most kids sit on the bench and pout and never ready for when they get an opportunity and when they get in the game. We talked about it yesterday. Every kid gonna get an opportunity. Every kid gonna get an opportunity. It's what you do with that opportunity that determines out what overall player you are. And gaining a coach's trust, meaning that when you go in there, a coach trusts you because they know that you're gonna make the right play. So again, that's my take on that.
Hey, we got a question about recruiting too. Somebody said, oh, they don't know what it says. It's my man Ben. He said, what do you think about the 2021 kids committing right now? They ain't really got no choice.
Yeah, I mean it's this is an unprecedented situation, and you got to do what you got to do. It's gonna be a lot of transfer from it, I think, because there's a lot of people pressing to make a decision because you know it might not be no NCAA live period. You know what I'm saying? You got to depend on high school if you really want to do that, and you still don't know when they're gonna resume everything else. So, I think it's understandable, either that or prep school. And you know, some people don't want to go to prep school. So, I think that's the thing about that. I think recruitment.
that question again, my friend?
It was, what do you think about these 2021 kids committing right now?
Like you said, it kind of ain't got no choice. I mean, they can wait it out. You can wait it out, but who's to say when we're gonna start high school basketball or AAU? So.
That's the same thing I say, man. Like it's a sad time for a 2021 kid because your junior year is your recruiting year. You know what I'm saying? And when you're going into your senior year, you don't want to be playing for no scholarship at this point. You know? Like
it's the worst.
I know some guys go through that, but you want to be signed and you know what I mean, just enjoy your senior year chasing a state championship. You know what I mean, with a clear mind of, you know, once I'm done with my last high school game, I'm preparing for college. So And I also think a lot of 2021s are committing right now because they're gonna transfer. Like a lot of them kids might not be going back to the same high school. You know what I mean? So they're trying to lock in their scholarship right now. You know what I'm saying? Just in case they move, the move that they're gonna try to make, if it don't work out in their favor, they still going to school. Once that letter of intent is signed, it's a wrap.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I mean, that's the thing with the recruitment for the 2021. To be honest, man, like this year is a real mess up in it. You know, we spoke with Coach Morgan the other day, and he was like, they're not even giving the seniors on the NCAA, like on the college team, an extra year, which I think they should. I think they should give the 2021 class an extra year. I think they should give the high school players an extra year. For those who want an extra year. That's just my personal opinion. Jeff, you about to say something? Go ahead.
I got a question with that. So, like, I was talking about this the other day, matter of fact. With giving, are you saying like give the 20 with the college first? You saying the ones that played last year should get an extra year?
The ones who was a senior, and they didn't give a chance to and had a chance to make the NCAA. Not every senior.
Okay. So the 68 teams in the tournament.
Yeah. The ones that didn't get a chance to make the tournament and they had a chance to make the tournament. Mm-hmm. Like East Tennessee State, right? So East Tennessee State won their division and they was headed to March Madness.
30-4.
Right. 30. So I think their seniors should get an extra shot at it. Right? Yeah. Because it's probably one or two seniors on that team that might get a real look at the league
of that tournament.
So I think those kids should be given an extra opportunity. If they can't fix the live periods, the recruiting calendar for this year for AAU, I think those seniors, those juniors should have an extra year because it's very important, and the recruitment from AAU is more important than the recruitment from high school. So this is really when they get to see you. And so for those who did all that work last year to prepare themselves for this summer, you know, all that get thrown out the window. And now I'm graduating and nobody get to see me, and I work my ass off for a whole year because kids can make a super jump in a year. Like working out in the gym, working out at home, shooting the shots. You did everything and now you're not playing. I think it's important that those kids get the chance to show their ability.
That's how you found the Colin Sextons.
That's how you found them.
That's Colin Sexton. I agree with that.
Yeah, so you know,
I agree with that.
Yeah, I just think that it's overall it beneficial to those people, man. Like to not do it, to not give them an extra year is almost like taking a year away from them. That's just my opinion. So again, your college coach can affect, I mean, your coaching period, building a relationship with your coach is very important because those relationships, even if it's like speaking to them after a game or something like that, they hold the key to you getting recruited because that's the first person the coaches call is the coach. When a college coach trying to recruit you, he calling your high school coach. You know what I mean? When the NBA is recruiting you, they calling your college coach. So I know this. I'm equipped with this information, right? So now you're equipped with the information. How do you apply it? You know how I apply it? I treat my coach nice, and guess what? I just show him some extra love at the end of the day. I say, hey, coach, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm just stopping by to say hello, how you and the family? You know, just extra stuff because I think building that relationship is going to help you out overall recruitment. Even if he got something bad to say about you, he probably won't say it because of your relationship. So I think it's very important.
Speak on that, Ron. It was I had a homeboy who was the girls' coach, a GA at Florida State.
Uh-huh.
And I ain't gonna say no names, but one of the kids from Georgia was labeled as a a-hole basically. Because they would we're treating the coaches good, but it's like the regular janitor that worked there. The person that, somebody came in or something it was, and they held the door open for him. He just kept walking. He didn't even know who that dude was, and it was somebody. I want to say my homeboy said it was somebody from like the league.
That's crazy.
So like, kids need to know, like, not just your coaches, but just anybody that work in your school.
Yeah.
Don't fit, dog, because like you said, they can call you middle school coach. I done seen coaches at our high school go around asking the kids, how is this person?
Right.
How is he as a student? Is he nice to you?
Now listen, and
definitely asked the janitors. Aaron McKee came to our school to coach at Temple, and he went straight to the janitor. Like, hey man, tell me about that kid over there.
Wow.
And like, oh, like for real.
Yeah.
Like, straight to the janitor. Like he talked to us for a little while, then went straight to the janitor.
Wow. But yeah, so you know what I mean. With that being said, I had a kid was getting first round draft pick. He was a potential first round draft pick, and what I found out is that the NBA hires private investigators, bro. So during your season, they hire private investigators to follow you your whole season and to get all the information they can obtain before they give you this millions of dollars. They also reached out to me via Twitter and messaged me on what type of kid this guy is. Also went back to middle school to find out what kind of kid this. This is a private investigator. Okay? So put it like this, like at one point he had to send his girl to the store because he didn't want to be seen with blunts coming out the store because people were following him. You know what I mean? So think about that for a second. Like you trying to play basketball and these folks following you and they go as far back as your middle school. It's very important that you do what you need to do so you can get to that next level because people going to scrutinize you. They're going to try to find a reason not to give you the money versus give you the money. You know what I mean? They're going to find every reason not to give you that money versus giving you that money. So again, you gotta, if that's your goal is to be a professional basketball player, you have to keep your nose clean. Okay? You have to keep your nose clean. You got to keep your head down. You got to treat people with respect. And I know it's cliche for everybody to say that, but it's just true. You got to do it. And like what I found out when I went to the summer league, and I'm looking at the summer league players in the NBA summer league, and I'm thinking about all the players I know that are 10 times better than the players that play in the summer league. And you got to understand, like, their top 5 guys are anomalies, right? But their next 6 guys are just character guys. They would hire and sign a character guy quicker than they sign a talent if the talent gonna get them in trouble. Now, the LeBrons and all those that top 5, they'll take a rain check on them. But you got Division II guys that playing in summer league playing for that, and meanwhile you got all these Division I players that are better than the Division II guys that are not playing. Why? Because they'd rather have character than to have the talent when you're talking about representing their organization and being at the bottom of their bench. You know what I mean? Because you're not going to play a whole lot of minutes, so they still don't want you out there embarrassing the organization. And this is what I learned just being at the summer league, so I thought that was very important to give you guys that message. Like, the character thing really mattered. So I felt good going back home and telling my son that, you know what, just be a good guy, do the right things, do everything you need to do, and you can make it. Just off of that alone. How often should a student athlete work out during the season, and then how often they should work out off season?
That's a good question. For me, I live by the no days off. I live by that mantra. You know what I'm saying? As long as your recovery is right and you doing the proper stretching, you getting the proper, nutrients. I mean, you're young, man. Get it in as much as you can. And don't put a you can't compare your life to a guy that's in the NBA that's playing 82 games. You're not playing 82 games. Get in the gym. What you can do is break it down. Today I'm just doing, skill work. Tomorrow I'm gonna get in the sand and do some sand stuff and run them out. The next day I'm gonna swim and get some shots. So you can break it down like that, but every day you should be doing something to get better. You know what I'm saying? Especially youth basketball, high school kids. Every day do something to get better, but you got to be big on recovery. You can't be afraid to take an ice bath. You can't be too cool to stretch. You can't be too cool to do some yoga. You can't be too cool to do Zumba. You can't be too cool for nothing because at the end of the day, the cool guy don't never make it. You know what I'm saying?
You don't make
It
it.
ain't happen.
You don't
Cool
make
guy
it.
don't make it. It's the kid. It's the guy that put the work in and that understand the importance of maintenance. That's the maintenance. You gotta take care of your body, bro.
Right.
You can work out once a week, but if you work out once a week and never stretch, you're gonna test something eventually.
Right. What you think, Jeff?
Marshawn said you gotta think about like you ain't like everybody else. So feel like you got time to go to a party. You got time to go to the gym.
Facts
If
though.
that you want, that's gonna come. Like that party gonna come. You rather be a millionaire party or be a nigga that living with your mama in high school partying.
Ain't get nothing from it.
Yeah, and this is my thing. Every day you should do something to better yourself when you talking about the game. So you should work out every day. And the days that I think you should have a rest day, but on your rest day you should be watching film. You know what I mean? But I think you should be doing something every day to take your game to the next level. And you know what you're bad at. You know what I mean? You know what the people say you can't do. You know that. So it's no reason for you not to be working out. I tell all the kids this. If you listen to me well. Hear me out. Because I used to tell my kids this, and now they realize it. One day you're going to have to work for a living. I'm going to say that again. One day you're going to have to work for a living. I would rather be playing the game I love and getting paid for a season than punching the clock any other day. So if I had to go back and do it over again, it's imperative that you dedicate yourself to the work. You got to ask yourself, have you put in $1 million worth of work? At the end of the day, have you put in $1 million worth of work? If you can answer that honestly and say, you know what, I put in $1 million worth of work, you'll get $1 million. But the problem is you haven't put in $1 million worth of work. And so the ones who put in $1 million worth of work, those are the ones who get paid. Trust me, they do. So again, you got priorities. Is that 2K a priority? Practice on getting your VC up, getting all your VC, your moves, and your clothes on VC. But what about real life? Like, you know what I'm saying? What about real life? Like, are you doing the necessary things you need to do in real life to get yourself to the point where you can earn some real money to go buy your own VC? You know what I mean? But I think, like, your priority should be basketball. I'm telling you, girls, and people will tell you this, the girl is the number one deterrent when it comes to athletes. The girl is the number one deterrent. If you talk to a lot of athletes that didn't make it, they'll always blame some girl. It's a girl. You know what I mean? It's a girl somewhere. So you got to be mindful of this, man. Like, these are the traps, right? So be mindful of these. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody telling you not to go out there and like, bag one. You know what I'm saying? I get that. But what I'm telling you, don't be out there falling in love, having babies, bro. Like, you got a place you got to go. Like, if you're trying to get to that league, you got a place you got to go, man. You'll have time for that. You'll have a lot of time for that, man. So I think it's important to put basketball first. And if you put basketball first and put in $1 million worth of work, which means doing something every day to better yourself, then it's no doubt that you'll get to that point in life. Any of you guys got any questions?
Man, you get what you put in, bro.
Yeah.
Question for both of y'all. I checked. They put out the mock draft for 2021 up today, and one of the kids that decided, do the G League thing is the 44th pick in as a mock draft, and it's the Isaiah Todd kid. So, do we say like what was his? To me, I think that's a waste of time to go to G League. If you at 44 and you were projecting to be closer to the league, and you probably go to Michigan, and he probably could have slipped himself up into way closer than that.
Top 20 for sure.
But here's the thing, I just found out, right? So, and I was talking about it earlier. They giving these kids $500,000.
Not everybody.
Well, the top kids, and he a top kid. The top high school kid, they getting $500,000, from $300,000 to $500,000.
Yeah.
So like, for them to have, like, think about it. Somebody coming to you and say, you still eligible for the draft next year. Here go $500,000 for 1 year. Nobody owned the rights to you. Here you go. Or you can go to Michigan, get nothing. If you take something, they take your what's the name away. You got to perform to even get there. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I get both sides of it. But you're talking about a black family that probably, you know what I'm saying, needed the money. And you only, you know what I mean, in a year you're going to get another check. So you got $500,000 to spend in 1 year. And I'm pretty sure that can help a lot of people out, man. So, like, he can better his position by going to Michigan and doing well. But I think that he also can better his position by doing well in the G League. And he got a check. So you got to think the normal pay scale in G League is like 50 to 60,000 a year, somewhere around there. These kids coming in, and there was another kid that announced today that he was going to the G League.
Yeah, committed to UCLA then.
Yeah, and now they saying they going to the G League because this money, man. So now it put pressure on the NCAA. They're gonna either have to start paying these kids, or the G League finna get them all.
That's a fact, though.
So.
But we talking about 1% though. It's only gonna be like the top 15 guys. Like everybody can't go.
Yeah, everybody can't go. Everybody can't go.
Some of y'all that's at home, like I'm going straight to the G League. You got to be a 5-star. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't go.
Yeah, everybody can't go. Everybody can't go. But
it's that same 1% that make it to the NBA and be successful. It's that same 1% that's going out of high school to the G League.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, I think it's a dope situation. It not only does it. This what I've been telling people. You know what I'm saying? It's a win-win for the kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm in high school. I can go ahead and lay an egg. I'm supposed to them 18 and 19. They still won't give me a shot at the league. I didn't develop. I didn't get better.
Yeah.
If I go out here and kill, that might guarantee me about a $5 million check right away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's win-win for the kid.
Right. Right.
But the biggest thing is with these kids, who do they have in their circle that's gonna keep them grounded and keep them working?
That's the thing.
Because they ain't had access to that amount of money to go get a nice car. They're not used to having that type of money. So who's going to be the responsible one that be like, hey, you know, so we get up in the morning, we still working out, we still doing this, we still doing that. Then you get the rest of the day to yourself after practice and all that. You gotta find a regimen and stick to the script because you're gonna get an opportunity to go to the NBA. All 15 of those guys will get an opportunity, but your opportunity will be just as big as you make it. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't put no work in for real, when you get that opportunity to go play in the big leagues, they're gonna whoop your ass for about 4 or 5 games, and they're gonna do you like this. Wave your ass.
Yeah.
Quick.
You know what crazy is? Like I was telling somebody the other day, You got to find your why, man. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Because if your why is money, get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Get out of it. Because when you get the money, your career gonna be over with. Cause you're not gonna
Yep.
feel like working out. You got your money now. You're not gonna feel like working out. You're not gonna feel like doing that. If you notice the good ones, they don't care about the moolah. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
Like Kobe didn't care about the moolah. Kobe wanted to be the best. Jordan didn't care about the moolah. He was gonna get it. He just wanted to be the best. LeBron, best. Brady done cut his check so many times because his wife make more money than him. He don't care. He just want to win those rings. That man playing when he 40-something years old, man. All because he want to win, bro. He done made the money.
He just love the game.
He just love the game. So I say that to say, man, like, we gotta really understand. You gotta ask your why. What's your why? Why are you doing this? If it's for money, man, like once you get there, it's a wrap. Cause all you wanted was the cash, and they're gonna give you that. But do you have?
I don't know.
Yeah. Then your work ethic gonna stop. You done got. You know what I mean. You are gonna feel a little sigh of release. But if your goal is to be the best, then I think you'll continue to work and continue to get to that next level. And again, college, man, college is like a job. Like, and I told my kids this is that when you're in high school, you have fun playing the game. You know what I mean? You have fun every day playing the game. But when you go to college, it's more like a job. And if you heard Dre to say the other day, your scholarship is year to year. Based off it being year to year,
Yeah.
it's a performance, right? It's performance based. So you kind of feel that pressure a little bit. Which takes some because they're giving you money that they go to school. So you gotta perform and it's a little pressure that comes with it. So I think it's important for you to really understand why I'm in this game. What's my why? Why I'm doing this? If your why is to move your mama out the hood, that's a good why. But what happens when you move out the hood? You know, really think about that. What happened when you move out the hood? If your why is to get a Bentley, what happens when you get it? Do everything else just fall off? Like I think it need to be a why, and I think it need to have a long-term effect. So that's just me. Is social media killing kids' recruitment?
For the ones that are getting recruited, no. But for the ones that could have a chance, that don't know they got a chance, yes. I see it all the time. On Twitter especially.
Yeah, I think it does. I think like back in the day, man, and Marshawn, I said this earlier. Back in the day, the only way they got your personal information is by coming to your house and talking to you, or talking on the phone. You know what I mean? Like you weren't gonna get no personal information, not my personal information, unless you came to talk to me and asked me a question about who my mama is, what's her name, what type of food I like. Like you weren't gonna get that information. Now all they got to do is go to your account. See, I don't think as a recruitment or as a student athlete, I don't think you should have anything on your page except branding stuff for your purpose. It should be no personal stuff on your page at all.
I agree.
It should be nothing personal on your page at all. Nothing, like it should be only stuff that you would want people to see, and when they see it, they'd be like, "Oh, God, that's good." You know what I mean? Like, but your plate that you ate that night shouldn't be on your Instagram. You know what I'm saying? When you went to the movie with your girl holding hand, that shouldn't be on the Instagram. That's just my personal opinion. I know you guys gonna do what you want to do, but at the end of the day, I just feel like it hurts more than it helps.
It does. I see. For me, like I said, having a dog in the fight. Preach that to him all the time, bro. You feel like you want to post your girlfriend, you want to post funny clips that's, you know what I'm saying, not appropriate. Go make a fake page for that.
Yeah, make a burner account for that. But your name,
don't put your name. You know what I'm saying? Make your burner account, but your personal account. When I look at your personal account, I should see Keyshawn Hampton, class of 2023, I see basketball. That's it.
That's it.
I agree.
It shouldn't be basketball, and then got a movie clip in here. Then you looking at Sopranos or somebody with a gun, blah 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 blah. Oh man, that was cool. Nah, man. Like you messing up your recruitment, bro. You know, it should be all basketball.
That brain.
Yeah, if you want something personal, you come holler at me, and I get you something personal, like what you need to know. But it's all gonna be filtered. Like, do you realize social media ain't nothing but the police? I'm for real. Social media, the police. People do crime, put it on social media, and get locked up. They rob a bank and put the money on social media. Like, it just ain't nothing but the police, man. All it do is get you in trouble, dog. Like, you gotta understand that is y'all telling on yourself. Like, everything you're doing, you putting it out there to the world for the world to see, and there's no filter in it. You think about it, it's an impulse, and you hit send. And then next thing you know, everybody got it, and you think you deleted it, but it's on somebody's server somewhere, and they bring it up, and they bring up tweets that you don't tweet. It folk that get drafted tweeted something when they was in, and they tweeted something when they were in high school, and these folks bring this stuff up in minutes. All off an impulse, and it takes away $1 million. So I'm saying, like, why
NFL players all the time?
Yes. Why not monitor that and be like, you know what? I'm just gonna monitor what I put out here. It ain't important that I put every single thing on social media. And y'all don't do nothing but be flexing and flogging. Ain't nobody living like that, man. Y'all ain't living like that, bro. Y'all just flexing. You know what I'm saying? Like, who living like that? Man. Real people, you know what I'm saying? Like what Jay, you said, people don't, real money don't, show on the ground. Real money, you just don't do it. It's a code, man. Like, you don't have to do it when you got it. If you got it, you ain't got to do it. You don't have to put that information. You ain't got to do it. You ain't got to put that information out there, bro. Like, I just think that kids have to be careful about social media. If you got a business, then you should be posting every day. If you don't have a business, you know what I mean? And I know it's the impulse it's just the way of life today, so it's hard. But it is what it is.
You gotta have the right people in your camp, man. It boils back down to that. Like, you gotta have the right people in your camp, man. If nobody never teach these kids that, they gonna post that.
Yeah.
Because nobody never told them, like, bro, that's not the smart thing to do when chasing this dream. Nobody, I watch it hand over fist, bro. Like, man, tell kid, hey, bro. Sometimes I gotta go to my kids, hey, take that down. Coach, what? No, take that down. Take that down right now. You know what I'm saying? If you don't take it down, you off my team. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not standing behind that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got our program in your bio, but you posting foolish gang signs. Bro, I ain't finna play with you like that.
Man, come on, man. Now, you done lost your mind. You done lost your mind.
Simple. Like, and I be telling, like, y'all be getting upset. Oh, coach, I'm slept on. Da, da, da. If I ran the ranking system, I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't care how good you is. You all on live throwing up gang signs. I'm not gonna put you on ranking.
No. I wouldn't rank you either.
Man, for what? So they can say, oh man, Hampton rankings is bogus. They over here ranking Mook the little pistol starter. They ain't finna play basketball for it. They're gonna shoot up the club tomorrow.
Bro, listen.
You're giving a misrepresentation of what you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I pride myself on certain things. I pride myself on. Our slogan this year is protect the brand. You know what I'm saying? And that has so many different facets to it. But, like, you know what I'm saying? Once they do open the doors back up for us to play, You will see it everywhere. Protect the brand is on all our shirts, hoodies, because that's what it's about, bro. Protecting the brand. Ain't just about the North Sea brand. You as an individual, you have a brand. Your mom and your dad, they have a brand. That last name that you carry, that's a brand. You know what I'm saying? You have to protect that by any means necessary.
You have to.
And sometimes they don't understand that, so you got to find different ways to help them understand that it's a song. It's protecting. It's a song. And I listen to this song, which I think, oh, coach, that song on fire. Exactly. So this is the type of knowledge you got to have when it comes to this program, who you are, who your mom and dad raised you to be. You got to protect your brand. Because if you going to tarnish your brand, nobody going to touch you because you don't even care about yourself.
Right.
So why would we invest in you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of times people don't have kids to teach them that, bro. Like that aspect in this zone, bro, is just crazy to me. And I say it time and time again. Like it's amazing the things that take precedence of what parents teaching their kids. You know what I'm saying? Versus teaching your kid how to carry themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just crazy.
Man, I just know that if you watch First 48 and then they do something and they want to find you, they go to your Facebook page. Oh, they go to gun right there, or it'd be like, that's the shirt. That's the shirt that was in the trunk, or that's the first thing they do. Like that's the same shirt. That's the shoe that we're looking for. They got them right. Like bro, like you telling on yourself by posting all your personal stuff, man. Like just don't do it. If you know you got a hard time, really, like your character is a little off, fake it, man, until you get that $1 billion. Then your true character could come out. But man, if you got character issues, you don't need to be on the ground. Somebody need to take your phone and just throw it in the ocean. You know what I mean? Because it means nothing. You're going to post something stupid. People be on there fighting. Then they would have, man, tell them say ain't nothing but the police. The police, you can be on there fighting with somebody. Somebody end up getting hurt. And then they go back to your Facebook and find where you were arguing with the person at and say, here go the motor. like, bro, y'all don't get it by now. Like, Facebook ain't nothing but the police, man. Like,
and it don't matter if your page private either. They get
man, listen, they get anything. They think they private. No. Yeah, all they do is send that warrant, they get what they need. You know what I'm saying? So like again, man, I think it's imperative that if you want to set up a social media account, then do so. But set it up as a brand wise. Like everything you put out, if you want to be a basketball player, let it be basketball related. Let it be a charitable event. You know what I mean? Like if you your team go to a charitable event, let that be on your page. You know what I mean? So now if somebody go in and say, oh, they gave back to the homeless. You know what I mean? As a group, as a team, that's stuff you want them to see. You don't want them to see little baby shooting dice. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like I'm telling you, man, I want to touch you with a 10-foot pole. I see you on there shooting dice and holding up money. What you trying to like, bro? You ain't making that type of money, man.
No.
I'm just saying, you not, man. You not making that type of money. I don't care. You got 101 stacked right here. You ain't making that type of money. Who you trying to fool? Like, and this is the issue we run into. So again, I think social media is really killing a lot of kids' recruitment, but we can fix it by simply posting stuff that relates to you as a basketball player and only letting them see the good. Don't let people see the bad. Let them see the good. All right? So that's that. Oh, y'all got anything else?
No, I don't.
Jeff.
Hey, I got a question for you though. Jerome, are you gonna post a 2023 list?
You know what? I haven't really had a chance to watch them like that. Okay. What you mean 2023 list?
Like,
you talking about the ranking? You talking about the ranking?
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about the freshman class?
Yeah.
I was gonna use this. I was gonna use this year to watch him, and then
you didn't watch him.
I ain't get a chance to watch them all.
That's cool. I can respect that.
No, I'm talking about seriously. I was gonna use the whole year to watch him, bro. And like, I usually post it during the season, cause normally that's when I do it. It's like, damn, I watch this kid. I watch this kid. I watch this kid. I like this kid, and it's always somebody on there who don't nobody else got in there. And I do that because I see something in the kid. And you know, I like to project them out, and I want to hit on the kid before a lot of people do. I had Anthony Edwards number one before anybody had him number one. You know what I mean? I got Sharif number one. Um, that's just how I feel about him. You know what I mean? And the things that he done, the games he won. Um, so I seen that. I had Jalen Johnson number two for a long time before people even knew who he was. So again, it's a lot of stuff, man. I like to see, but I went up to not Green Bay, Milwaukee, and seen him play. And after I seen him play, it was a wrap. That's all I needed to see. And I go based on what I see. You know what I mean? Like it'd be like what you see, like talking about what we talked about earlier. Like a lot of folks didn't like the fact that I wasn't too high on Bruce just right out the gate. Bro, you
got that 10 minutes I sent you today.
Huh? I know, but it's like it's crazy, bro. Like I see what I see. I like the kid, but I see what I see. You know what I mean? The kid, I'm telling right now, the kid would make millions of dollars playing football. Millions.
Y'all saw him working out football today?
Ooh, man, you see that footwork? You seen that footwork?
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling, like the dude, I'm telling, because think about it. This what I know, right? So my wife, she's 6 foot. I'm 6'6". I automatically know my kid's gonna be tall. So I don't need to practice on post moves right now. Like I don't need to do that. All I need to work on is skill stuff. Cause I already know that they're gonna be tall. You see what I'm saying? I think it's hard to tell with Bruce. Like I don't know how tall he's gonna get. And that's just the thing. And so with me, I was just slow to pull the trigger with him. I like the kid. I think the kid is gonna make somebody very happy when he go to college. And he got a great chance of being a pro. And it's gonna be on the defensive end. He gonna be.
I'm gonna send you Bruce Wayne. Oh man, his mom page is private, so I can't even send it to you.
I seen it.
We
friends.
I was like,
we friends. No, we friends. Let me see if I can bring it up.
Man, that boy was moving, bro.
No, the boy was moving, man. Like the boy got feet for days. But Joe Johnson was slow as hell.
Whoa.
You see it?
Yeah.
Bro, he was moving, bro. And he got
the resistant things on him.
That's a DB right there. That's a DB.
Bruce go to the NFL tomorrow with that, buddy.
Hey man, Bruce already in the league. He already in the league. Man, but like you can't sit here and watch the NFL and they get drafted, man. They like, man, like some of these kids, you gotta be real with yourself too. Like money is green, man.
Clemson wide receiver with Mr. Tennessee in basketball.
Yeah, Higgins, and he played with B. Mays.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played with B. Mays, and like Mr. Tiggin, you got to be real with yourself. Go where the money gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? So these folk, you know, shit. If I come up, my son out there catching that wide receiver ball, and he got a chance to make that money. Shit, I might not want him to play for 3 years, but get in there and get out. Get that bread, right?
So get that bag and get up out of there.
Man, get your little 3, 4, 5 years, man. Well, you get 5 so you can get the pension. And then get up out of there, man. Like, nah, man, like, go get that bag, man. But it's about love, man. You got love for the game. It just, you want the game to love you back, and you want to be able to make money from it. So, I get it. I definitely get it. But like with Taj, right? Taj gotta get that guard game. If he get that guard game, it's a wrap.
Yeah, he don't have to grow another inch.
He don't have to grow.
I want to play football.
Huh?
I want to play football so bad.
Why?
in the league.
Man, he's too fragile. Football one of those sports you can't just pick that up. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
He played football when he was growing up.
No, football is a sport you can just pick up now.
If you big, yeah.
Nah, if you fast, think about it. They were drafting people in the NFL that never played.
This big.
I think everybody don't come out the room looking like fucking man in a boat.
Nah, but Todd, if Todd just need the guard, if he get that guard game, they get him on that wing, he get that guard game. It's a wrap.
Oh, it's over. Yeah,
man, if I was Todd, I wouldn't be doing nothing but dribbling and shoot.
That's what he been doing like the past month.
That's it. I wouldn't do nothing else. Yeah, when I come back, be ready. But fella, we'll get back to it tomorrow, man. Peace out. We stop.